Hi, everyone. It's Susan Gerbic from Psychics Explained, and I am starting a new series. I have been analyzing the Matt Fraser videos that we recorded over October, November, and December. And I did so during at least the last 5 or 6 of the gallery readings that Matt Fraser did. I did so with a team of people, mostly women. I mean, there were a few men here and there, but they were usually accompanied with a woman. This is a female focused event that we did. And I have asked all the people who participated with me if they wanted to go and let's analyze some of these videos together. Now, Diana is somebody who hand went up immediately. And I'm gonna let her say a little bit about herself so that you guys can learn a little bit more about her. And she'll show up in other places in videos in the future. So pay attention. No test or anything, but it is a good idea if you start paying attention to some of these people who showed up and helped me out on the team. Diana?
Yeah. I'm a lifelong learner. I've always wanted to learn how things are done. Been mostly like skeptic, logical. There has to be a reason for why things happen, or and it could just be how people act. I Psychics have always been fascinating. There's been just magic in general. I mean, that's where I categorize them. It's just a show. But the fascination of understanding like the possibility of having that be real has always been fascinating. But the logic part of me is like, no, it's not. But how do they come across as that way? And yeah, it's always been a lifelong fascination. And I didn't even know this was these channels were on. So I think it was only shortly around COVID that I joined the skeptical community and started watching YouTube and joining all these and go, hey, these people are my people. So it's
life.
yeah,
We
it's
just
like, where have
appeared
you
all of
been?
a sudden.
It felt that way. It really did. So I would just watch one and go to the other, and it's just fascinating. But I've always been how people tick, I think, has been one of my uh, biggest passions. And I went and got a degree in anthropology.
Oh,
So yeah, cultural anthropology. I was more
I
into the
love
physical and
cultural
forensic.
anthropology. I
Oh my God,
love
it's so
that.
much fun.
Yes, I'm a social historian, so
Oh, nice.
you're just a lot farther back than where my era is.
Yeah, I mean, most of what I'm interested in is probably like medieval, so it's not really necessarily here.
Mhm.
But mythology has been another passion, and uh, people's explanations for why things happen. And I think that can still be taken in today. People's explanations for why stuff is happening. Yeah, we might be further advanced in technology. Some would claim that's not the case. Depends on how you look at things. Uh, but yeah, it's just the understanding of the world, and that includes death and how people deal with it. So yeah.
So give a plug to our dear friend Kenny, because I asked Kenny Biddle if he had, I was putting together a sting that you guys who are watching this now we're recording this on, what day is this? December 28th, 2025. So Diana and I are recording this before the results of what her and I were engaged in, a psychic sting called Operation Gobble Gotcha with Matt Fraser. So before that all gets revealed and what we did and more stuff that happened with that, um, I had been trying to find females who were interested in joining kind of a team of researching Matt Fraser. And Kenny said, I only know one female I think who would be interested. And I said, well, who is it? And he goes, I really don't know her name. She's just on my YouTube channel a lot and we engage and she seems like she'd be great. And she has a husband too, and he might be interested. And
Mhm.
I said, well, reach out to them and let me know. And he's got right back. Oh yeah, she's up for this. She's up for
Yeah.
this. So give a plug to Kenny. Who is that, and why people should check him out.
Yeah. So he's one of the channels I found during, I guess it's only been Oh my gosh. Maybe around a year. I kept hearing his name, but never looked him up. And I finally went to his channel and I was like, oh my God, where have I? The same
Where's he
response to
been?
all the
Yeah.
other, where have you been? Um, but he goes and he looks at paranormal investigators or the videos or photos. I think his specialty is photos and debunking these
Mhm.
photos. Or I don't know if he would use the word debunking, but showing how it can be recreated. And doing that just brings light to the truth and how other people have used it to manipulate or anything else. And I think his fascination, or not fascination, his uh detail to how he recreates it is always, it's fun.
Yes.
And he's fair. He does have fun with it, which is like everybody has that little kid inside them. And I relate to that because I just, we're all little kids at heart.
He is definitely a very, very little kid at heart. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
sums him up
his,
well.
it really does. But he has a channel that he does on
Mhm.
on Fridays where it opens up to anybody who wants to come ask questions. So whether you're a skeptic or a believer or anything, and you'd want to know about a certain topic or certain paranormal thing or something you heard uh in the news, it's a chance to go through and ask somebody. And if he doesn't know, he's gonna learn. He's gonna teach you. And that's always a fun thing to me.
Right. He's been involved in a lot of my investigations. He
It's
is
a good choice.
the chief, yeah, he's the chief investigator for Center for Inquiry, which is
Yes.
where Committee for Skeptical Inquiry, which is where I am also a fellow. I have known Kenny for, I don't know, gosh, it feels like a very long time, way before he was the chief investigator. You just saw in him that there was a lot. He had empathy and he was detail oriented and he was
Mm.
fascinated and he just led you down paths that were really, really, really interesting. I didn't know I wanted to know about. And I'm like, oh no, I got to get to the end of this. What is this conjuring
Yeah.
house you're talking about, Kenny? I've never heard of this. And he gets down to it and it was really great. But
Yeah.
anyway, so he is Kenny Biddle, so people should check him out. He's been on this channel. He'll be mentioned a few more times. He was involved in my very first sting with Matt Fraser, which was called Operation Peach Pit. He was the person I used as the lead because we did it on the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast, so I couldn't be there in person. So today, Diana, what we're going to do, I asked you pick one reading. So you and I attended, I don't know, feels like 100 days of readings with Matt Fraser. And these are gallery readings. And in each gallery reading is 8 to 9 readings. So can you sum up what that is to viewers who don't know what that is?
So the gallery readings were just, it was opened up, you bought a ticket, you sit in, and just, it's like watching somebody's reading if you were there, it's live. And you're sitting there and you're just engaging. Well, you're not engaging, more like emotionally engaging.
Mhm.
But you're sitting watching these people, this only 8, 9 minutes, um
It's
and
happening over Zoom,
it's happening over Zoom.
and we can't see the participants,
No.
right?
Yeah, no. So all you're doing is watching what they're showing you.
Mhm.
So it's usually Matt and whoever the sitter is or whoever is coming in for a reading. They did ask to raise a hand if you do want a reading, which I mean, I'm curious enough to where I would go, okay. But I mean, everybody has somebody who's passed in their life, and
Mhm.
there's always a thing to see. But overall, it was just sad. Um,
Had you
it's
had a reading
grief.
before or watched a reading like this? Have you done anything like this before?
I not having a reading in this setting. I've done aura readings at some like witch festivals, or I think I've had a tarot card reading, a palm reading. Always more out of curiosity. I'm
Mhm.
like, wonder how close they're gonna hit, and try to watch if I said anything or if they said anything that I reacted to, because I have a very expressive face. I know when I go to lectures, I sit up at the front, my face, I'm usually nodding along. So I was like, I'm going to be a good mark no matter where I go. So,
Everybody's dream. Anybody who's a lecturer is like please, can Diana sit here in the front? I feel like I have one friend in the audience who's paying attention. I have no idea who
Yeah.
this woman is, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think it's that empathy. It's you don't want, because I've been up in front of classes and I'm like, nobody's listening to me. Nobody has done anything. Or like I'm talking to dead air. Nobody's paying attention. They're all bored. And so I think it's one of those, my natural reaction is to make them feel comfortable, that
You
I
are
am
perfect.
engaged.
You are
Yeah.
exactly what we're looking for if a
Yeah.
psychic is looking to do a reading. You're going to
And so,
agree.
yeah, so I know that about myself. And so when I go to these places, it's like I know that they're going to tell me exactly what either I want to hear or anything else.
Mhm.
So it's fun to now see that in the people he's reading, um, how engaged they are
Mhm.
or anything else. So, but yeah, we would supposedly raise your hands and then you'd get picked, supposedly. And I don't know where they take you or how they really select everybody, but yeah. So you just sit there and watch and you just kind of hope, but then at the end of it, it's not your time anymore. So you just get to listen to him tell
Okay, so
people
what did you
and them
think?
tell people.
Had you heard of Matt Fraser before I said we're doing Matt Fraser?
I had not. I think maybe somebody in passing, the name has been dropped, and some of the other channels like Florio.
Mhm.
Um, I think because she just made a crack about I'm not doing him because of his voice. Uh,
She says, I'm leaving him to Susan Gervich. Yeah.
yeah,
Laura is
exactly.
a good friend of ours. Yeah. She's like, I am not
Yeah.
doing Matt Fraser. No. Uh-uh.
Yeah, no, she's fun. I enjoy her videos a lot. She just good explanations about
Mhm.
anything witches or any of the history. So it's a lot of fun to go watch her stuff. No, I heard of him briefly that, and somebody said he was on TV, and I was like, I
He's
never watched
America's
it.
top medium. Come on, Diana. How do you not? He was a New York Times bestseller. How is
Uh,
his name not on everybody's tongue? I mean,
I
come on.
know. Uh,
He should be world famous and he's speaking to the freaking dead. Come on, Diana. Why?
uh,
Why do you not know who this man is?
one reality TV is not my thing, and anybody who can toot their own horn that loud is just
Oh
I
my
usually
gosh.
ignore them.
The bravado, America's
Really.
top medium. I mean, my freaking goodness. Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
I know being proud of yourself, but I don't know if there's some better accomplishments you could be proud of rather than just scamming people.
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
So, so you have watched about, what do we figure it out? A little over 20 of his readings
Hmm.
and in live. Well, over Zoom, but as
Yeah.
they were happening. What did you think before you went to your first reading, what it would be like, or what did you expect? Did you knew what cold reading was beforehand,
Yes.
right? You knew that term.
Yes.
And was it what you thought?
I I guess I did not recognize cold reading as quickly. My suspicion, I guess, you watch these and you see all the ones that are hot reading. Like those are the ones that really catch you. You hear about planting information and then them finding it. So I think I expected a little bit more of that. And so some of the things he said watching live, uh, when I said the first two that I watched, or at least the first set, I was like, is that warm? Is that hot? And that's mainly because I've never gone in knowing what like how they identify because I don't personally realize that I do it myself when I'm watching somebody. Um, so it just sounded like, well, that I could see why people would think he's psychic, supposedly. But as I watched them back, when you aired them and went over them, and I'm like, no, they said that or anything else. But it shows like even the reader and how emotionally invested, and that's me on the outside not being emotionally invested, where I was going through and seeing that, oh, no, they actually said that or anything else. So just hearing it once, even if you're not emotionally involved, is still like you're still not, you don't recognize it.
It happens very
So
fast too. His voice
it's
is
super fast. Yeah.
so you
I
don't
was like,
really.
wait, did they say that or did he say
Yeah,
that? I
wait,
can't
what? Are we talking
remember.
about mom, dad? Wait, when did the brother-in-law get involved in this? I don't know. Is there a dog somewhere? Wait, how did that happen? It's only
Exactly.
10 seconds. How have I not
Yeah.
forgotten? Why am I
Yeah.
confused? Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think it was different than what I expected just because I don't know, the thought of conning people just seems so wrong to me. So I
Especially
know,
grieving people.
oh God, yeah. I was gonna say, so that has no morals to like feel for other people. And I think most people have that naturally. And so they automatically don't want to assume that they're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
I didn't because like, I'm sorry, you're making money off of doing this. So I already kind of have a knowledge that you're grifting. It's just, this is part of the act, but how he did it. I think I didn't know enough about that. But as you release the videos and I'd watch them and I'm like, oh no, okay, no, they're making a good point. And then I went back to your other older videos for him afterwards and was seeing a lot of similarities and how he says the same thing over and over again. It just, and how much information people give away. It's really
Absolutely.
shocking.
I'm
Uh,
floored. I'm
yeah,
absolutely floored. I don't think
yeah,
I knew that until you
yeah.
video it and
Yeah.
until you were looking at it, you go, look at how much they're shaking their
Mhm.
head in agreement and look at how they, I mean, you, not just the medium, but looking at the sitter and
Yeah,
how much they say. It's amazing.
yeah. And
I've never
so
known.
this one had stood out to me as for the robe that the lady was wearing. I mean, like, so right off the bat,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
most people
So
have the chance of getting to be talk to the celebrity that they're there for because they must really like him. So they know he's famous. Um, I mean,
he
not as
speaks to
famous
the
to
dead.
actually
He's
get
number one, America's top medium and a New York
yeah.
Times selling and a TV show,
Yeah.
top
But
TV
to be able to
show.
recognize somebody and the going, well, they're in a robe. And like that to me is like that spells grief. Like that spells
Oh,
like they didn't have
interesting.
the energy to actually get up and take care of themselves today. And so it was like that seemed like a target right off the bat, just
Interesting.
without
I
hearing
hadn't
anything.
thought about that.
I saw her and I was just like, oh God, no.
Well, so let's get into that. So what we're going to
Okay.
do is we're going to watch a video of a reading that Diana and I were both at, and I have my synopsis of this on my YouTube channel, and I called it, oh, I had it just up a few minutes ago, something I think a Czech November 28th or 27th readings, and it was the third reading, reading number 3. Oh, and what's your
Mhm.
puppy's name, by the way? You
Oh,
have a
that's
puppy?
Marty. She's got to fall
Marty.
off the bed. You're gonna fall off the bed, dog.
There's a skeleton there. That is so funny.
Yeah.
So CZE. Okay. She is Paula from the Czech Republic, reading number 3. So I've already gone through this and I've shown it and I have given my synopsis. So Diana's going to take the lead on this and tell me things that I didn't see, because that's what happens. I'm either taking notes, looking down and not looking at the computer, or I'm looking at the computer and trying to really watch it and I'm forgetting like the wordplay. There's just so
Mhm.
much that happens in these. So Diana's going to tell me what she wants to say about this. I asked her pick from any of the readings. She says I really resonated with this woman from the Czech Republic. And
Mhm.
so we're going to watch it again and I'll stop it every so often and you can give us your feedback of what you're seeing on here. And I want the viewers to know what Diana and I are watching is a uncut video, so we can see it perfectly clear. But you watching it yourself, the viewer here, you're going to be seeing Matt clear, but the woman, her name is Paula. She's going to be blurred. You'll see her movements, well, you'll know because you're going to look at it right now. And the reason why I did that is because I want to protect their privacy. um, everybody on this call, all of them on the gallery reading knew they were being recorded. They had to click a button saying that they were okay being recorded, and the possibility of the reading making it onto Matt Fraser's YouTube channel later is also a possibility. So they know they've already agreed to this, but I'm still not comfortable releasing it. So obviously, I mean, she'll know herself if she came over to watch it herself. She'll know that's her. But she has a distinct voice because she's from the Czech Republic. So maybe other people might recognize her. I don't know. But the point is, we're going to watch it because I want Diana and I to look at the faces again and to see the emotion. And we'll just have to describe it to you, the viewers, if there's something going on that we can't do. So you said you picked her out of all the readings that you watch, over 20 of them, because she resonated with you because she was wearing a robe.
No, that's I think what the first one that stood out was the
Okay.
robe, but it was also due to some of the information that was shared by her or by Matt, supposedly,
And it's
about the
confusing. It's
autoimmune
like,
disease.
who said what? Wait, who said, who
Yeah,
brought this up? And
yeah,
these people want, I think that when they come to the reading, they already know they want to hear from somebody,
yeah,
and they have somebody in mind specifically they want to hear from. So
yeah.
whatever Matt says at the beginning, it kind of, oh yeah, that's the person I want to hear from. I don't remember.
Mhm.
I'm kind of blurred on what happened on this one. I've seen maybe 80 of Matt's Fraser's videos in the
I'm
last
sure
couple.
they all blur together.
Yeah, they do. Until it gets started, and they'll go, okay, so
Yeah,
you tell me if there's something you want to tell me to stop, I'll stop, or I'll just try to stop at a natural progression. What is it, about 9 minutes, we said?
yeah, it
I
wasn't
think
too
she's a
long.
little shorter than that. I think it's like, don't feel like it went on for, well, I don't know. It just all feels like that to me. Okay, so everybody, I'm going to play this. And then, like I said, Diana and I are going to watch it with it perfectly clear.
And this is what's crazy when I'm connecting with the other side. This is how the souls will talk to me, right? Is that when they come through, they'll
Oh,
give me little tidbits and little information on
so
how they had died, what had happened, and what messages are important to them.
Do you want me to stop?
Paula, where are you right
so
now?
she's not wearing a robe.
Paula,
Oh my God. You missed
I thought
that.
I thought it was a robe, but it's a hoodie.
Oh, that's
So,
so funny.
but
That's the
like
first
at
thing
that
you said.
time, my brain was thinking that was a robe. Just because I don't know, I don't like making stereotypes off of people's houses or anything else like that. But you're sitting on a couch. It's a very nice house.
Yeah,
Very
describe what you're seeing there.
so very. I would say not. I wouldn't even say average income. Like it's a nicer house. But she's wearing a white hoodie, one of those drawstring hoodies, sitting on her couch.
Very
Very
comfortable
nice.
couch and a very comfortable hoodie. She looks like she's very relaxed, very
Oh
comfortable.
yeah. Yeah.
And do you
And
see
so,
that? I just see her tattoo. That's the first time I saw that
oh yeah, I do
on
see
her
that.
wrist. What is
I
it?
thought I had noticed it. I can't see what
It's
that is.
initials. It
Huh.
says, I think it says ice,
Interesting.
doesn't
Yeah,
it?
have to blow that up later. Find out what it is.
I think it says ICE. Yeah. Oh,
Huh.
that's funny.
Okay.
Maybe that's a nickname or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Czech
So it
Republic.
wasn't the hoodie. So it wasn't a robe like I had thought. See, it tells you right off the bat your memory, first time watching it. And this is the third time now because I'd watched your previous
but I,
and I still thought it was a robe
but it was
because of my
blurry
brain.
when you saw it
Oh,
the second
true.
and third time. So
Okay.
you're
So
going
yeah,
off the
no.
memory from the first time you saw it.
Yeah. And so just right there, your memory of what actually happened and what was said is skewed.
Right.
And so that's funny. I
How,
didn't even realize that.
how old is she?
I would say 50s somewhere.
Right. She's
50s, yeah.
must be in her 50s.
Yeah.
Looking at her teeth and everything. She's blonde and she's wearing makeup and she is comfortable and looks very friendly. And
Hmm.
her nails are done, which is well cared for. And I would say she's 50s. And if people are watching my videos and they know about our my opening line series, which I've been kind of keeping up with Matt, is that he has an opening line to people based on how old they appear. So in her case, if a person's in the 50s, he's probably going to start with a parent, because if you're in your 50s, or you might have a parent who's died. If you're younger, like Diana's age, I'm going to start with a mystery if it's Matt. Okay, so here we go. You ready?
Yes.
here, you're gonna just press the unmute button.
Okay, is it better now?
It's better. Where are you right now?
I'm in Oregon. Hi.
You're in Oregon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, so first of all, I'm confused right now. Did you lose your mom here in this world?
Yes.
Okay. Your mother's stepping forward because right away she was like, oh, stepping forward on the other side. But when I'm connecting with her, she's also telling me about there being deep regret over her passing, and that's why she had to come through. She said to me that you weren't being told all that was going on with her and all that was happening with her before she died. Is that true? Okay. And your mom, the first thing that she said to me, because she was like this, she's like, Matt, that's my daughter. I have to come through and I have to tell her not to be so upset, not to hold on to so much pain. I actually saw your mom right behind you and hugging you when I'm connecting with her. So
Like within 30 seconds, she's in tears.
Yeah. And I mean, you can tell right off the bat, you hear her voice. So most likely not born in the United States or not in Oregon where she said she's living.
Mm-hmm.
And right there making judgments. I mean, so somebody they lost, possibly it's going to be back home. Of course, there's going to be, they didn't get to see them that often. I mean, everybody knows how much flights are right now. So even flying within the country is expensive. So imagine just flying across country, out of a different country into Europe to go visit family.
Did he say something about travel already?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like those.
I thought I'd missed it already.
No, but it's like you can just already the regrets. Like you can already spot that he's already making these assumptions, and most likely that person's not here. And it's icky.
Yeah, and he came right out with a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And if he, and what we forget though is when people are cold reading, if he's going to say a parent and he fails, let's say if he says your mom is your mom and it wasn't your mom, it was your dad, then they have their out. They can say, I must have meant a grandmother or a person who saw themselves like your mom or whatever. We're only seeing it hit because it hit. So yeah, what amazes me is how quickly people just lose it. And she's at this point, she's done.
Yeah, she was smiling right at the beginning. It was kind of like you get called on by somebody and you're just like, oh my God, this is so exciting. And then he just mentions mom and it's immediately her face is like she's tearing up. She's covering her mouth. She's deeply affected and grieving. And
absolutely.
It makes me kind of wonder, like, if whoever put her in there before was like, I don't know. It just like how much it's affecting her. I don't know. It was very emotional at the time to watch it.
Well, you're sitting in there. Well, first off, anybody who's going to go to a psychic reading and wait and do all the things you got to do to get, your time, and you're sitting there, you're thinking about who you want to see and hear from. And this woman has just emotionally been waiting, just been, I guess, like if you're going to go to the doctor's office and you think you're going to get bad news or something, and you're stewing over it. And whenever you finally see the doctor and they just give you that look, you're emotionally just like, okay. Or I guess like talking to a principal or talking to your boss at work, they want to talk to you and you're like thinking, why do they want to talk to me? Why do they want to talk to me? Because it's seconds. I mean, Matt just hit on her. All he's talked about is, I don't even know what he said now. It's your mom. And what do you say, Diana? I've forgotten already.
Oh God.
It's only been 15 seconds. Come on now.
I know.
Your mom.
She's standing behind you.
Oh, hugging you.
Your mom's hugging you from behind. Yeah. Yeah. So definitely emotional, and like who doesn't want that? I mean, they have their loved one and come and hug them again, or I don't know. It's not anything specific, but it's just something that she obviously wants to hear.
I wonder why they don't grab, like look behind them or like try to reach their, to touch their hands on their, for her to touch her own shoulders. I always find that fascinating.
Yeah.
I wonder if she felt a hug.
I would be like, are you there?
I wouldn't be surprised if after this session's over, she said, I felt it. I felt that hug. I would not be surprised. Okay, so let's go on and see what else is next. Oh, remember, she has an accent. I think the interlude where Matt talks to these people, he does the same thing to every person where he says, hi, how are you? And sometimes he asks them if they've been here before. Sometimes he does. And he asks them, where are you from? And, where you are now. And then he goes right into his spiel with the opening line. I think he's using that 30 seconds or so of intro to do a quick scan of where he's going to go with his opening line based on judgments about who it is, like her accent and her age and so on. But it's, obviously to get the audience feeling like, he cares, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that it definitely felt that way. It's like, oh, he gets to ask who you are, who's there with you, anything else. And so it's very friendly. And then all of a sudden it's like, now I'm getting this. Let's get to business. And, but by then you've already told him more just by even opening your mouth and saying something. He has, the stereotypes or the accent that come across. And so he can already start building the story in his head, what he's going to say.
Right. And you're going to be exactly right. With her accent, it's going to be very obvious where he's going to go after a few minutes. Not even a few minutes. It might even be 15 seconds for now. Okay, let me start again.
To let you know that she is in that house with you, that she has not left your side, and that she tells me you still have so many questions over her passing and the way she died here in this world. Because she keeps telling me about there being issues with communication and things not being communicated with you about your mom. First of all, I need you to know this. Your mom wants to let you know that she was so proud of you here in this world, and she still is. But she also was telling me this. She says, Matt, she goes, I want my daughter to know that I'm sorry that she's had to go through such milestones in her life without her. But excuse me, without me being there for her. When I'm connecting with her, the minute that I'm speaking to her, she was talking about some distance between you and her, where you didn't get to see her as much as you would like to. And when I'm connecting with her, she's also talking about these spaces of like hearing from your mom and then not, and hearing from your mom and then not. So were you traveling at the time, or was she not with you?
Well, I'm from Czech Republic originally, and I moved to America in 2000 with my 2 kids. So I didn't see her as much. Like I saw her like 10 times since then.
I need you to know this. When I'm connecting with your mom, she shows me this, and this is what she wants to remind you of, is that you're so upset, and she shows me grief is hitting you so hard because you're like, oh my God, if I would have known that my mom was going to die, that I would have gone and I would have been there for her more. I would have went to see her more. I would have done this. I would have done that.
Okay, so I just want to stop to point out, you're exactly right. The distance stuff comes in right away because he already knows the answer. She just told him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, first off, like their mom's proud. Everybody wants to hear that their parents are proud of them.
Have you heard anybody say, you suck?
There's been a few times that somebody said that.
He wants to tell you you suck.
You could be better.
You're a mess. What is wrong with you? Get your life to. No, they never say that, at least not in Matt's world.
Yeah. And that communication being sparse. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to my grandmother and she's out of state, and I don't talk to her that much because it's like my other one that's here. It's like I see that one more often, so I talk to them more. So you can imagine countries away, you're not going to talk to them more. So, oh yeah, that's going to happen. And it's
time zones,
yeah.
and technology issues. If she's in her 50s, so her mom's probably 75. And I'm not saying 75 would be 75. I'm not saying it's that old, but maybe there's technology. It's the Czech Republic. How do we know how much she was away? Did her mom have a cell phone? Did her mom have an international plan on her phone to call at any moment?
Was she in a nursing home that you can only call at certain times? We don't know all that stuff, but it's gonna happen. Even the most kind of I have friends that are just out of a different city and I don't talk to them that much. So, and if something was to happen to them, I would probably feel regret because I wasn't there for them. It's like general statements.
I think that's where he's going with her is the distance, and you didn't see her mom as much as you would like. I think the guilt she probably feels of moving to America and leaving her mom in the Czech Republic and not seeing her. I think that's because he's got many paths to go on. Because in a cold read, she's already said, I came to America in this year, 2000, with my 2 children. Did she say her sons?
Children.
So there was no mention of a man. So, and I can't see her left hand yet. So we don't know if she has a wedding ring on or not. Not that it would necessarily matter, but Matt could go on to a whole different line, just the fact that she left and that she had children and that she left without a spouse. That if he wants to go that way, I don't think he does, but he could have gone that way.
Yeah.
But he's already getting the emotion from the mom.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot of it. Okay, so let's keep going.
Yeah. And you know what your mom told me? Your mom told me that you already tried to get her to come and see you. So did you plan, or did you tell her to come out here? Are you going to fly her here?
She,
It's okay.
she was, well, complicated, but yeah, she had, I wasn't sure if she would make the trip though, because
Doesn't matter. She knows about you trying to fly her or bring her here. That's what she tells me. So you need to know that your mom knows about that and knows about you trying to bring her over. That's all your mom cares about. You need to understand that she's telling you this because I see that there's so much hurt and pain that you're going through, saying, well, I didn't get to do this for my mom and I didn't get to do that for my mom. And your mom saying, all I cared about was you. I wanted to see you do things in your life that I wasn't able to do. I wanted you to see you go places in life that I wasn't able to go. Your mom sees what an amazing mom that you are to your children. She knows about the life that you've created. And your mom purposely is telling me, this is what you need to know, purposely is telling me that she didn't want you to know how sick she was and all that was going on with her. Because she didn't want to make you scared. She didn't want to make you nervous. And she knew that you had a life that you were living here in this world. Your mom was not selfish like that. So I need you to know that because, you know, she shows me that there's all this hurt and this pain. Like, I didn't know, I didn't understand. I didn't know what was going on with my mom, right? And your mom is saying to you that what she wants you to know is that she didn't ever want to worry you because she's bringing that through.
She was like that.
Okay. Now, this is what I don't understand. When I'm connecting with her, did she have some type of an autoimmune disease here in this world?
I'm going to pause it right there because I think you had something. Let's talk about what he said first. What do you want to say about what he just said?
Well,
before the autoimmune disease.
Okay. Well, even just the sick, she was sick, too sick to travel. Like she gave that up right there. And so that already tells me most likely that's one of the reasons that probably the passing right there is like she's too sick to travel.
Yeah, because we said that if she was alive now, she's probably only 75 or 80.
Yeah.
I had to notice that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were too sick to travel. And that means that could be for years or anything else. And already gives him a lot of information. Most likely she died from that, or at least a complication, like right off the bat. But that was given by the sitter, was that they're sick.
I had not even really noticed. See what I'm telling you? I don't see everything that you guys see. We're looking at it from a different perspective. Now, I've seen Matt in person several times. And one of the things he did at the one I was in Vegas, the live reading, is he does this often where he says you were with them at the end or whatever. And he said to this one woman, you were there with me at the end or something like that. And the woman said, no, I wasn't there. I was on my way to visit. And Matt said, stop. That's all that matters is your dad knew that you were on your way to him. So therefore you were there with him. In other words, you can't lose, right?
Yeah. It's all about intent, right?
Yeah. You wanted to be there. You were on your way there, or you were there. One of those three.
Yeah.
Kind of, or you wish you had known, but,
it's him creating his own storyline and narrative. He's like, okay, they fed me just enough information. Let me just fill in the blanks.
And she's so caught up in this because she's so emotionally, we've seen this video multiple times and we're still like, wait, what?
Yeah.
She's not hearing exactly right what she's going on.
No, she's not. She's getting those little bits and pieces that resonates. And
so we're going to talk about autoimmune disease. Was it you that mentioned that important part?
Yes, the autoimmune disease. So in my pathology studies through anthropology, we had covered genetics and some of the other sicknesses, illness from people and populations. And one of them it triggered in my mind when I was watching this live was hearing about. I remembered that some of the Slavic or Eastern European populations have what's known as the founders mutation, I think is what it's called. But it is like it's like they're isolated either by culture or by geography, and so they have a smaller pool for their genes.
Oh.
And one of the things I remember is the higher chance than normal for either autoimmune disease or some other illnesses. And so I looked over at my husband at that point and I was like, she says she's from Czech. And I was like that, I remembered that. And then with my own autoimmune disease, so I have Crohn's disease diagnosed when I was 15. I did deep dive research into autoimmune diseases and I was like, nobody else in my family has it. Why? And so I've done my own research on this stuff. And hearing that and him making that call, autoimmune diseases affect women more than men. So these are generalizations about the medical, about health that he's based off of her heritage. And yeah, it struck me as court because like at that time, knowing somebody who has something like that, it would strike me like, how did they know? But that covers so much. Like there are so many different autoimmune diseases.
I had no idea till you brought it up. It had not even occurred to me. Now Matt does thousands of readings, so he's got a database in his mind of what that this would be a thing. He's always talking about causes of death and disease. He's also an EMT. He was a licensed EMT.
Yeah, that right there, like whenever I found out later that he was an EMT, I think we talked about it after the first readings and stuff. It was just, I was like, oh man, like having that medical knowledge is like you know how people react. The sitters are telling him information that maybe somebody in an EMT truck who has family coming along explaining a situation and that they're using different phrases or something else. I mean, you probably picked up so much just from that job.
Oh yeah. And the thousands of readings he's done where he's talked about this. It was fascinating, but like I said, until you had said this about the autoimmune disease, I thought, well, that's really odd because that doesn't seem like something, normally he goes with heart, cancer or a mystery.
Or can't breathe.
Yeah. Or she couldn't breathe right before she died. There was something about her heart stopping.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it's true. She couldn't walk, right? And she was having trouble communicating right before she died. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how did you know? But this was really odd. So, I think I Googled this after you mentioned it and that there is a higher level of people who have autoimmune diseases from that part of the world. And then I didn't know that women were more likely to have it either. So that's even more information than I knew. And since almost all his readings are women, I think he knows a lot about women.
And you can mainly just go, I mean, everybody's here because they've lost somebody. So it's like, it's not true. Like, I don't know. It's like you already have that, like lots of answers done. So they're already willing. It's not just a random person you're picking off the street. It's like these people are primed.
Yeah, I really hadn't thought about that. Okay, so let's go over and see what he says about her mom's autoimmune disease, which, like you said, could be a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Could be a lot of different things. Okay, let's see what happens.
Yes. And she didn't. I tried to explain to her there's another way, but
Listen, don't say another word. Don't say another word. I'm going to tell you everything. Don't tell me. Your mom is telling me this, okay? And I need you to really listen to this because your mom shows me, your loved ones know where your grief and pain is coming from. And your mom is telling me when I'm connecting that there's two parts to this. One, your mom is talking about resisting medical treatments or not wanting medical treatments. Is that true?
Yeah.
Did she talk about that with you?
No.
Okay. She's bringing that. Did you find that out afterwards? Because she keeps talking about like not wanting to go in for procedures, not wanting to have things done.
Well, my sister is in Czech Republic, and they didn't tell me until it was too late. So I practically flew back just for funeral.
But listen to this. Listen to what I'm telling you. Your mom didn't. This is where your grief is hitting you, where your mom says, don't blame your sister.
I'm not.
Okay, because your mom says to me, your mom's here to take responsibility, because she says to me, I didn't want her to know. Your mom knew that you would get on the next flight. Your mom knew
I
that you
know.
would do.
I know.
Okay. So I want you to know this, because your mom is here to say she's sorry for that. Because
I'm not blaming anybody.
okay. I'm letting you know that because your mom says to me that she needs you to know this because she thought she was protecting you. That's why she didn't tell you any of this. And when I hear about this autoimmune disease that she had, your mom is showing me that she was not always telling the truth. So what I mean by that is to you and other people, it wasn't just to you, it was to other people as well, where like I see people calling her on the phone and talking to her on the phone and her telling everyone like, oh, I'm so busy. Oh my God, I'm running around all the time. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing the other thing. But yet, psychic me, I'm seeing her in her house and I'm seeing her not being able to get up. I'm seeing that she's having issues walking. I'm seeing that she's having issues putting on her clothes. But on the phone, she's telling everyone, oh, good. Oh, I was so tired. I was out. My family had me out all day yesterday. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So your mom says to me that she wants you to know, without a doubt, that she knows that you were there for her. She knows that if she called you up and she said to you, I'm not feeling well, or whatever it is, that you would either fly her here, you would go there, whatever it is, that you would take care of her. But your mom said, I didn't want that. She said, I didn't want to take you away from your life to worry about me. Your mom had a greater love for you. But she tells me this. She says that's the one thing that she wishes that she would have done differently. Because your mom tells me that she didn't realize how much you missed not getting to have a final conversation with her. So she's here right now because your mom tells me she never felt like she had to worry about you. Your mom felt like there was nothing that she had to tell you here in this world. And she says, and because of that, she goes, I didn't realize that I should have given my daughter a chance to come and speak to me. Your mom always thought that you knew how proud she was of you, how much she loved you, how much she cared about you. And that's why she's coming through right now. Because your mom wants.
I'm going to stop again because he's starting to get into the platitude section of his reading, which is always quite interesting. It's, you can see, he introduces, finds out who the person is, does the opening line, and then does the whatever the opening line and follows that for a couple minutes, and then it leads into this, how wonderful you are, amazing person you are, that your loved one thinks. So the platitude area, I kind of call it. That's where he's at.
Make you feel better.
Yeah. What do you think about I thought this other exchange was really odd that we just did with the sisters and that. Tell me what your thoughts are on that.
Well, when I first saw it, I was kind of like not taken aback, but I thought, why did he mention that she was blaming? Because I didn't think that she was blaming. It felt more like she regretted. It was more like blamed herself for not being there. And when he threw in the sister, and it's like she's like, I'm not, and then or even don't blame the mom. I'm not like It was like she's giving you the answers. Like she blames herself, not anybody else for not telling him anything. So I thought, I didn't really think it was a miss on his part, but I could tell that she definitely, it like broke her out of her, you said everything right for a moment.
Yeah, that was very rare to see any kind of pushback from a sitter to Matt Fraser. And that was like a brief moment of, wait, that's not right.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting. When he first tells her, your mom didn't, something about, was it she didn't know what the diagnosis was, or she didn't tell you everything. And she said, yeah, okay. And then he says, I'm trying to see how it's happened. You guys, it's only been like 20 seconds. I don't know why I can't remember it. But he says to her, he's leading her down the path to say that your mom was hiding things from you. And then she says, yeah. And he says, but did you know that at the time? And she goes, yeah, and he goes, well, when did you find out? She goes, well, it's kind of complicated. It was after, it was already too late whenever I found out what was really going on.
Yeah.
It was kind of odd, that whole little bit of exchange there where she kind of agreed to something. And then when he pushed it a little further, it wasn't what she thought. he said to her, your mom didn't explain everything to you right away. Oh yeah. I don't know. The whole thing kind of felt odd. And I always feel this is the third or fourth time I've heard this reading, and I feel really bad for her sister,
Mhm.
who was taking care of the mom, and she, as if she was hiding it from Paula.
Yeah. Yeah, that it's like he was trying to push that whole thing. And I was like, what are you doing? It doesn't feel right. That's not what she's saying. She's saying, yeah, they didn't, my sister is over there taking care of her. But I didn't hear much about the how bad it was. And I mean, that is it up to her sister to tell her? I mean, like, what are you talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah. And then don't blame your sister. I'm not. So yeah, it was that was a really awkward exchange. But when he talked about the disease again, he said like she didn't want to do the medical treatments, and I was like, well, I mean, if she's anything like my parents, like they don't want to do medical treatments either. Uh, Nobody wants to do medical
Oh yeah.
treatments.
Hands up everybody who's excited about going and getting the medical treatments
Yeah,
done. You
and a
don't
lot of
want to.
yeah, and a lot of the autoimmune ones. I mean, you have things like Humira and Remicade and stuff like that. Those have a very high chance in some cases to like cause cancer. And so yeah, like lymphoma or some of the other stuff that, so I've been through several of them, none of them worked. And so you hear these horror stories out there of people who, yeah, it does work for however many percentage, but for those that don't, you're still in pain, but you might also gain something else out of it. So I was just kind of like, well, yeah, I mean, I had that. Everybody who has any kind of sickness has always juggled whether the risks is it to get something else or not. And so that was just a generalization that I didn't really, I don't know. It was an obvious hit, I guess, to know that that she refused. And I don't know, it was kind of strange.
I thought she would have agreed to whatever Matt said, whether she refused or not. Because
Yeah,
again, like we just said, who wants to get the treatment? He said
yeah,
your mom didn't want to get the treatment. Well, nobody wants to be in that position.
yeah.
So, and then this is the Czech Republic. We don't know what year.
Mm.
Do we have any idea what year she died?
I don't think so. I mean, based off of her how hard it's hitting her, I would say fairly recently. But I don't think she's given away any specific time that her mom passed.
Well, she said that she has been in the United States since 2020,
Yeah,
and she said she saw her mom maybe 10 times.
yeah,
So I would think her mom made it 20 years, because that would
yeah,
mean she went over to back to the Czech Republic every 2 years.
yeah,
That's my guess, is that her mom died about 2020, which would be interesting because that's when we were in the COVID panic, and it would be very hard to travel, I think, in 2020. Yeah, I think she said she jumped on a plane and got over there, but she got over there too late. But she didn't say it was too late to help her with treatment, or if it was too late to see her before she died. I don't think that's been decided. Has that come out yet? I don't think so.
I think it was that she just didn't know until she went over to the funeral,
Or you
like
think
how bad
she
things
didn't?
were.
So she didn't. So it's your impression that she didn't see her mom right before she died?
Yeah, no, she didn't. I don't think so, because it was one of those, she didn't realize how bad things were until she was already over at the funeral. Like, so when she was talking about the communication with her sister or anything else, she didn't know about a lot of it until she was already going for the funeral.
So she didn't get to say goodbye to her mom in the last days, and that must be
No.
might have been a year or two,
Yeah,
especially if it was during that 2020, 2021 era.
yeah.
The guilt of that. Oh man, that's interesting. Okay, let's see. I think we're getting close to the end, are we?
I think so.
I'm glad. Let's see what happens.
To let you know that even though there's hurt and pain of not getting those final moments with her, your mom tells me that right here and right now, she's in that house with you. She's able to see you. She's able to see what's going on in your life. And your mom just said to me that all I wanted was just to protect you. So know that she's bringing that through, and she wants to let you know that you have lived up to every expectation that she had of you. She's also telling me that since her passing, I don't know if this is since her passing or just like since she had moved away, But she tells me about like you remembering things from your mom. Like, for example, right away, she keeps showing me recipes. So do you have recipes that you recently just started like remembering or going back to? Your mom just said to me, I'm watching her cook. And I love this. And I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, I just started cooking again.
Your mom said to me, I'm there with you. That's her proof and validation to let you know that she's there. She's also telling me something else. She keeps talking about a necklace. So is there a
Wait,
necklace
wait.
that you have?
Before we get to the necklace, we got to do the recipes. Go ahead, Diana.
Your recipes. It's around Thanksgiving. If she does have younger children or even older, that's usually the time when they're going to come visit. What reminds you of home? And especially for somebody who is an immigrant, and this isn't where that's not going to remind them of home is making a turkey or whatever else. It's like you're going to make something that means something to you, which means maybe something your mother cooked or grandmother or something. And it was like, of course, like every Thanksgiving, I go hunt down my recipe for my grandmother's hot rolls that she made. I was like, 'cause nobody else has been able to recreate it. And so you can only do it based off of this recipe. And so it was like, and it's Thanksgiving. So it's like something you're going to go visit family or you're going to have free time with your children or anything else. It's like, that's what you're going to do. I don't know. It's such a easy out. It's like any kind of stuff like this. Like, yeah, recipes. And I'm like, well, of course.
I hadn't even thought of that. See,
Yeah.
I just saw it when he started talking about recipes. It's like we were playing bingo. And recipes was one on her bingo cards because
Yep.
he uses recipes so often.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so obvious to me. And same with jewelry also. And the necklaces. Oh my gosh, you guys, don't get me started on all this. But he says, what cracks me up is he says, this is her way of showing you she's with you. And I think, or this is her way of proving that she's here or something like that. And I'm thinking, you know what would be better proof, Matt? Why don't you start speaking in Czechoslovakian or something, or what is the mom's name, Matt? Just say it, and spell it for us. Can't she communicate to you that way? Is Matt channeling a woman who doesn't speak English? I mean, how are you doing that, Matt? Because if you could do that, if you had the amazing power to be able to understand all languages, or the dead could talk to you from any language possible, I think the War Office would probably have use for you. I mean, I would think.
Absolutely. Got some dead to interrogate. I mean, what are you doing? Yeah, no, it's just an easy out. It's something nice. People would think about it because I mean, yeah, every time I go cook those rolls, I'm thinking of my grandmother, and it's just a nice thought. And yeah, it would be nice to go. They're watching over me. They're proud of me making these rolls. But to say that's them telling me or showing me that they're there, it's no. It's a nice memory to have of them, and I'll hold it that way rather than a forceful message of the dead talking to me from beyond the grave. I don't know.
She might just also she might now have grandchildren. So maybe she's trying to say it's a big house. I can, as I'm listening to this now, I can hear kind of like a little echo in that house, as if it's a larger room she's in, and it looks like the kitchen's behind her. So I wouldn't be shocked if her family didn't gather at that house for events, and so maybe she's got her children and their significant others and grandchildren, and she's at the point where she's like, I want to pass on some of the recipes from my mom, from my heritage, where I grew up. Like you said, maybe they have, I'm sure they have completely different foods that they're going to eat there that wouldn't be a part of a traditional Thanksgiving here. Because it is Thanksgiving weekend, right? That I think
yes,
recorded.
That was the 27th, I think.
Yeah. So she's in Oregon. So she's her kids are probably acclimated to some sort of Thanksgiving. I'm sure they don't do it in the Czech Republic, but some bringing back the foods, the desserts, the foods, the drinks. And that's why it hit home with her really quick. She started to cry right away.
Yeah. Yeah, you trigger something. It's like, yeah, I haven't cooked that in forever, and it's something that you may not cook all the time,
Mhm.
but it's gonna evoke those memories because I mean, it's part of the senses. It's like you're physically doing something, you're feeling the vegetables or whatever else under the motions or the moments, and that's when the memories are gonna start popping up of
Oh yeah.
the smells that
The
are coming out of
smell.
the food. It triggers that memory from back, and of course you're gonna go, oh, it's such a nice warm feeling. But yeah, the how he uses it, I don't know. I don't like how he's forcing their like the spirits to um control your life. Like the only reason you're doing that is because they're telling you to, and not so much that it's something that you want to just have a nice memory of. And that might have been a good way to grieve, is to just do something because it reminds you of, rather than because you're being told by this dead person, what else can they tell you? And it just kind of just the way it's phrased and how it's used. I don't like it.
Hmm. All right, let's get to the necklace here because this is a generic thing that we've seen Matt and lots of mediums use is the jewelry because people pass down jewelry. They don't usually throw it away or sell it. We usually hang on to it. Okay, but let's see what happens.
She gave me, yeah, I was when I was 33.
But you still have that, correct?
Yes.
Your mom tells me that you treasure that necklace. And she goes, I want my daughter to know that was given out of pure love. She goes, I want my daughter to know that any time that you're missing, you put that necklace on and I will be right there. She says, but don't think about the day that I died, because you were the one that I never had to worry about. You were the one that were doing things within your life. She goes, you've always had such a strong head. You've always had such a mindset. And your mom wants to let you know about how much she has admired you and how much she loves and cares about you. She says, because I've watched my daughter do things that I was never able to do within life. So your mom said to me that she wants you to know on the other side that she is completely fine. She is at peace. She wants to thank you for coming to her services and for how beautiful it was, and for also taking back pictures as well. She's talking about the pictures that you took as like keepsakes. And she says to me, I want my daughter to know that every day that goes by, my soul is with her. And even though that there's a separation between two worlds, she says, I want my daughter to know that I am with her every step of the way.
Thank
All
you.
right. I'm going to leave you with that. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you're here. Is this your first time being here?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so many new people here today. Well, I'm so happy that you're here. And I'm so happy that you decided to come today because your mom's been waiting to deliver this message. And I'm just so happy that I get to speak to you.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
I also want to go over to.
And then he's
Yeah.
off to the next one, like a little jumping rabbit there. Super
Made
fast.
somebody cry, move on.
It is. If you watch a lot of these, you see the
Mhm.
like this, and then I go like the next. It's the same path, and you could generalize it so well. So the necklace thing, he said, do you have a necklace of hers? That's how it started.
Mhm.
And she said, my mom gave me a necklace when I turned 33, but it was a new necklace, is what I inferred.
Yeah, it seemed like it was like she just gave me a necklace. I didn't know so much it was like her own necklace.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. She said it was your mom gave you a necklace or something. She gave you her necklace. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I thought I heard.
Yeah.
Again, it's just so fast. Even though
Mhm.
we're emotionally distant from it, we've seen this several times. We have the ability to stop and pause.
Yeah.
You still don't hear it exactly as it's coming through. It's very interesting how that works.
Yeah. I'd be interesting to like break down and get a transcript
Oh yeah,
of what he's
we can do
actually
that.
saying, so you could actually go, that's not how he said it. But at the time, like even watching it over and over again, it sounds like, oh no, that's what he said. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah, our brains jump ahead.
Mhm.
We're like, oh, let me sum this up. Let me sum this up. We're not exactly listening to every word and translating it. Yeah, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
And he says, and you still have that necklace? And she's like, well, yeah. I'm thinking, no, I got it when I was 33. I was extremely responsible human being, and I just like threw it away. I just lost it. No, of course you still have it. I love
Yeah.
this magic of you. If you take the necklace and you put it on, there it will be. It's like we're in a Disney movie or something. And ta-da! Okay, take it off. Okay, ta-da! There's mom again. Oh, I gotta take a shower, so I'm gonna put it over here. Now, after the shower, I'm gonna
So
put
that
it
means if I put on a tiara, I'm not a prince. I'm a princess, right? Just
Yeah, it is interesting. This,
Mhm.
well, I mean, I could see him saying it metaphorically. If he wasn't a psychic medium, I could see it metaphorically. Whenever you wear that item, then you'll remember them, and it's like they're back again. You can, but
Yeah.
he made it sound like she's there. Boom.
Yep.
There's mom. Hey, mom, why aren't you visiting with. I need some house. Mom, do you have to visit me today? I really kind of got stuff to do. I mean,
So I don't have time to talk to you, so let me take this off real quick. I mean, it's like
see,
ignoring somebody's phone call or text. It's like I don't have time for that right now.
yeah, we get a little dark humor here, you guys. When you've seen as many
Yes.
readings as we have, it does get a little dark, and I know that some viewers probably think we're kind of cruel. I'm sure, but it's we know he's faking this, so
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's just dark humor and just watching him manipulate her. Okay, so your final thoughts on her in this reading, especially after like the third or fourth time you've heard it. She's
It's
not wearing a house coat.
no, she's not. So that one memory has been fixed, and her grief was still the same. Like that truly came across like it was immediate, like it was heartfelt, like you felt really bad for her, and you could sympathize with her. I mean, it's somebody else that you didn't get to say goodbye to. Everybody has somebody that maybe had a fight or something else, and something happened. They didn't get a chance to make amends or do anything else. You have these regrets in life. I it's it's just gross. Not her and her grief. I mean, that's perfectly normal. Uh, but it was pretty much let me get this confirmation with a few hits. Let me make sure that she believes me and that I can keep her coming back for more. Or if not him, somebody else. Because it's not telling her just to remember her, to move on. There was no why do you feel this way? Like what you would expect from a grief counselor, like something to just move on with your life. I mean, you can still think of me while you're making those recipes. You can still think of your mom and have all those memories and cherish those memories, but move on with your
Not that
life.
mom is
And
standing there telling you what, she's in the kitchen
yeah,
going, no, you're putting too much butter in that.
yeah, it keeps them like too, uh, it keeps them in that grief. And I mean, that's the whole
Good point.
goal of mediums. It's like you're not supposed to move on no matter how good you feel at that moment. There's going to be another time in your life when you're having a tough time and you go, I could really use my mom's advice. I'm going to go visit another medium to find out what they think. And
What,
it's just this
yeah. What about
nonstop.
dad? What about so-and-so? What about so-and-so?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If they
Yeah.
can't get another reading with Matt Fraser, these are really hard to get because he doesn't do personal readings anymore. Only
Yeah.
just happens by chance you get one out of a group of however many people are in these gallery readings. It's a fluke.
Yeah.
And so it does seem really specific. Now, here's the question I want to ask you.
Mhm.
Paula hangs up the gallery reading and she picks up the phone and she calls her sister. And what is she going to tell her sister over in the Czech Republic about the reading?
God, it's like I just talked to mom
Mm-hmm.
and probably a little bit more accusatory because now it's kind of been planted in her mind that maybe her sister should have said something because her mom's saying not to.
Oh,
I like it's kind of like because it didn't seem to cross her mind at that time, but now that he's placed that in her head, she could look back on it and go, "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" And then now it's causing more friction and more isolation because now their sister probably won't want to talk to her.
interesting.
I don't know, him doing that just it irritated me a lot. It was like that wasn't even necessary to bring up, and especially when she wasn't the one saying these things.
That's very interesting. I hadn't even thought of that. I was
Yeah.
thinking this, I was going a different path with
Oh.
when I asked you that question, but I wonder if she says to the sister, before mom got really bad, if you had told me what was going on, if we had brought her to the United States where I wanted her to come, I have a big house.
Hmm.
My kids are grown now and I'm on my own and I could have taken care of mom and she could have gotten better treatment here in the United States and she would still
Yeah.
be alive. And I could see her maybe thinking that now.
Oh, absolutely.
I
And so
hadn't I
still
hadn't even
in the
considered that.
regret, and still in the regret. And like there was no release of that guilt. Like there was nothing that said like she was still saying that I wish I could have brought her here or have her do the medical stuff. I mean, like uh there was nothing. Yeah, he said that there wasn't anything you could do because I didn't tell you, like saying her mama saying that because of what I did, it still doesn't release any of that pain that she's feeling and that guilt and the responsibility of not knowing and not being there. And it's just, I don't know. I didn't like it.
Mhm. I hadn't even thought of that. Great
Yeah.
insight, Diana. I like this. I was thinking that she's going to talk to her sister, and she said, "Hey, I just talked to this psychic medium. It was amazing. He told me
Mhm.
things there's no way he could have known. He immediately knew mom was dead. He immediately knew that she was in the Czech Republic, or maybe she won't say the Czech Republic, but in Europe.
Mhm.
I wonder how he knew that. And
Yeah.
and that there was some that she knew that I had come to America with the kids, and that she knew that I'm not even thinking of any. Oh, he knew about the necklace mom gave me when I was 33,
Mhm.
and he said mom was talking about the recipes because she's been watching me cooking in the kitchen, and
Yeah.
really all he said was, what was it he actually said? What was this line? Was something about your mom's talking about recipes?
Yeah, it was like your mom's
Cooking?
talking about recipes, and does that mean anything to you?
And of
She
course
goes,
it
yeah, I've
did.
been cooking.
I just started cooking.
Yeah,
When
I
was
just
that? I
started
started
cooking
cooking
again.
again. Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I like that one probably could have left open to something else happening in her life. So maybe not even her mom, maybe something else. Maybe
That's
another
true.
person that she's trying to get there,
Maybe
that
her
she's
husband
currently
died.
in grief. I mean, like
Yeah.
you don't know. Yeah.
Maybe one of the children has died,
Yeah.
and she was hoping to hear from them and didn't, and she's been in grief for a while, or maybe she's been ill, or I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's so many different things. It's like, but he hits on the one thing and they can go, yes. And so now it opens up the door to anybody else.
It could, oh yeah, next psychic, which will be another psychic that will not be Matt Fraser, you guys.
Yeah.
So it'll be somebody she can get an appointment with, and a lot of those others are not the type that they're more likely to grab onto their grief and give financial advice, medical advice, and try to get them to become a medium themselves, take the workshops and take the class. It's a grift, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole thing. So yeah, why would she not? And her sister in the Czech Republic is going to either get feel the resentment because mom didn't ask about her. Mom
Yeah.
didn't say she was amazing. And that is a sister who was over there in the Czech Republic that was taking care of her mom.
Yeah.
We don't know what that life is like. It might have been, she might have had to quit her work. She might have had, she was the one who was always there. Maybe in the sister's perspective, the sister saying, Paula moves to the United States with her kids. She leaves and she has this life. She just gets to come and take care of mom come and see mom every couple of years and la di da. Here
Yeah.
I am working my ass off, taking care of mom. I had to change her diapers. I had to change her. I had to do this. I had to take her to all her visits. I had to handle her medication. I had to do this. I am the one who had to see her for everything, and heard mom crying about how Paula hardly ever comes to visit. And you go to a psychic medium who tells you how amazing you are. What about me? I gave
Oh,
up
yeah.
my life to take care of mom here in the Czech Republic, and you're off having a vacation over there in the United States, your big freaking house,
Yeah.
all your pretty kitchen and your pretty flowers all over the place. But no, we're suffering over here. I can't even get an appointment at the doctor. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From
It could
the
easily
sister's
like
perspective,
snowball. Yeah.
causing resentment between them. If
Oh,
she
absolutely.
did that, I know this woman isn't recording her video, so she's not going
Yeah.
to share it to the sister. But if she tells the sister any of that stuff, oh
And
mom,
it's only going to be the hits. It's not going to be any of those misses.
no names.
It's yeah,
Interesting
that's all
enough,
she remembers.
there's no names mentioned, but she might say, I think she did. I think the psyche did mention a few names. I think he called you by your name. I don't know. Who knows what she's
Mhm.
going to remember
Yeah.
or add in there. Oh yeah, he said nice things about you too, Matt. I mean, sis. How is it that
Told me not to blame you. Oh,
Oh
well,
yeah.
did you blame me? Like, no. Well, and then that plants that idea in the mind. I mean, like I've been curious, like I don't know how, if it's just other psychics or anything else, if that's one of the things they do is to isolate from the outside from anybody who might tell them that it's don't believe the skeptic. So like stay in your bubble, stay in the believer side. So even if your family didn't believe, it's like, was that a way to go, don't talk to them? Like, because if you mention it, they're going to call you crazy, or they're going to, like, I don't know. It's such a
I kind of think they
isolation.
do.
I don't, and it, but in a nice way. Like it's very subtle, but it could cause so many repercussions.
Right. I've heard Matt say several times that, especially if it's a guy that they're channeling, he says he's channeling. Oh, and your dad is really surprised because he didn't believe in this in the real world, and now he's over here saying how of course this is real, and he had no idea. And they're like nodding their head, like, oh my gosh, yeah, my dad would never have thought that he would come through as a medium. And you're
Yeah.
like, so they're you think that these people probably have experienced some sort of skepticism in the past. Okay, so now that you got through the whole reading and you've seen a lot of Matt Fraser, we'll probably do other recordings. If I think this is fun, I'm really learning a lot from what you guys are saying. This is better than the comment section. You guys give me a lot of comments in these things, but I love seeing it from your perspective. What do you think now about readings or the cold reading that you now know that you didn't know when you started watching these with me?
Uh, I now know that some people are really, really, really good at it. Like you always have these, you see the TV show and you got, oh my God, these people are just fascinated. Like just they can read right off the bat. They know um, that it's pattern recognition. And so if you see enough of it, as when I was watching over 20 of them, I started to see the patterns and how he was talking. And it's the same that he's just doing that to everybody he's seeing. And he has thousands of people he's probably read and like just and he knows and even EMT and being able to recognize somebody's grief, somebody who's hearing family histories and everything else that's going on when maybe they're coming in with their loved one who is injured or about to die or is suffering from an illness. And it's just you get to you're if all you surround yourself is with the people who are grieving, you're going to recognize the different signs. Who's blaming themselves? Like who is blaming somebody else? Like, was it their own fault? Was it a sickness? Was it a sudden thing? You're going to see that reaction from different people, and it's all it is just patterns. And yeah, and I could spot it a little bit better in him. I think I would have to watch other people to see how they read and if there's similarities or if they have their own like spicy, like different way to do it.
Yeah, and they're all a little different, and it's fascinating because I get really irritated at the skeptic community who says, "Oh, cold reading. Here's what they do. They always do this thing where they throw out letters of the alphabet, and they say, "Do I'm getting a G name? Is there a G? Sounds like g g."
Yeah.
And there are mediums who do that, but mediums like Matt Fraser does not do that. So anybody who follows Matt Fraser just immediately dismisses the skeptic community and says, you don't know what you're talking about. You should probably get a reading yourself because it's not like that at all. And it's true. It's not like that at all for Matt Fraser. John Edward does it that way, but Matt Fraser doesn't do it that way. And it's interesting that I think that skeptics do a little damage because they kind of poo-poo or hand wave people off saying, here's how cold reading works. This is what it looks like. Well, they don't damn well. They know one avenue of what cold reading looks like, but they don't know a lot. And I don't think that they give a lot of empathy to these people. I mean, they're grieving. This woman needs therapy, I think. I think she needs to see a counselor about her grief of leaving home and leaving that culture, well, sort of, and leaving that world and possibly feeling like she might have abandoned her family a little bit. Not being there when people, I mean, that's got to be really just breaks your heart when you move away from your family members and you don't see them grow up, the grandkids, and then your kids, your own grandkids are, your own children are not, they become Americanized, and the guilt of that.
Yeah.
And your grandkids and so on.
Yeah.
I think she should go for some licensed therapy, would probably be helpful.
Absolutely. And I think most everybody, if you're thinking about going to a psychic, if it's not just for fun, like at a festival and you're just going to go get a tarot or something like that, if it's genuinely because somebody's dead, like I think if anybody knows that they're doing that, it'd be like, how about we go talk to a grief counselor first? If you do want to go there, try to record yourself. I mean, like,
oh yeah, good point.
I like if you do want to do that, like just go record what you're getting, because tell it like you're going to be emotional. You're going to hear what you want to hear. And Like just,
Right.
and then listen back to it and actually see how much information you actually gave. And I think that would be pretty eye-opening for anybody.
Oh, that's excellent advice. Kenny
Yeah.
Biddle would say that too.
Oh,
I know Kenny is going to be loving this. All right. So any final thoughts before we end this? I appreciate you doing this with me today on a nice Sunday afternoon. This is fun.
yeah, no, I had a blast.
I hope people get a lot out of this.
Yeah. I guess the thing is like I know that there's been previous problems with the paranormal community and psychics or anything else like that and skeptics. And it's like one of those, like what you were saying earlier, we're not making fun of the people grieving. But we're not taking that away from them or the comfort that they're getting. But it's also the comfort that they're getting is based off of lies. And I don't think anybody can truly get that, because what if it comes out later he's lied to them all? And that comfort that they had,
Finding
that
out
comfort
that
they
you-
had gotten at that time is heartbreaking, and they've never been with them. And how could that push somebody in depression? So like if that comfort is built off of false hopes or what somebody's telling you, it's not worth it.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's part of the reason I want to cover up the I don't want people approaching these people who have had a reading, because I can't imagine this woman ever finding this video, and I
Mhm.
can't imagine this woman ever somebody saying, "Hey, I just happened to be watching this channel and you're there." If she ever found this video, I think it'd be because she finally said to herself, "I had this wonderful reading from Matt Fraser, but I wonder if there's any critique about him
Mhm.
anywhere, because I am starting to question what I was told."
Yeah.
And she might find it, but then at that point she's already questioning. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to send this to her or have somebody approach her and say, "Hey, check it out, there's these two women
No.
over on this channel making fun of you."
Yeah. No, that
We
would
certainly
definitely
are
be
not making fun of her. I
No,
feel a
no.
lot of empathy for her, poor thing, but I really would like to.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem with the world today, is it's very hard to get an appointment with a grief counselor,
Yeah.
get it paid for by your insurance, make the appointment,
And then the stigma.
and finding one that fits with you too.
Yeah.
It's not always it's a good fit. And so finding a medium is much easier and cheaper and quicker.
And fairly anonymous, unless you try to go for the one that's world famous.
Yeah, New York Times bestseller, I hear. Hey, he
Oh
had
my
a TV
gosh.
show. It was what does he say about his TV show? It was not award winning, but it was he always makes it sound like it's this massive TV show that was going on, and I think every time he says it, I say that was only on for one season. I wouldn't call that like groundbreaking or I mean, come on.
I think more people have missed Firefly for their one season than they
I was going
have
to
his
say
show
that.
for his
I
one
was
season.
going to say that.
Wait, maybe we're going to get a movie.
With the exception of Firefly. Yeah, I don't think Matt Fraser is going to go any further than he is. I just don't. He's making hand over fist money, but which we won't talk about right now because that's going to be in a whole different thing. But yeah. All right, Diana. So pick out another one that you like, and we'll let me know what your availability is. We'll do another one of these. I think it's fun.
Okay.
I know it goes a little long, but for people,
It's like chatting with a friend.
Yeah, it's great.
It's dissecting. It's fun.
Yeah, and it's like you're watching an episode of something, and you're like, okay, so what's going to happen on that show? What do you think? But yeah, and people can hear us. I mean, they don't have to watch this. They could be cleaning the house or driving a long distance, and they can. And I've had people tell me that they do long distance driving, and they put my videos on because they like the long format. But hey, shout out to all you guys out there listening to the while you're cleaning the house. You missed a spot. But yeah, too fun. Okay, find another one. Tell me which one you want it to be. You should have access to all the unlisted videos. If you don't, let me know and I will send those over to you. And I will get this all nice and blurred. Ugh. And then I'll get it up on the channel. And then in a few weeks, we'll hopefully hear a lot from a lot of other people. Lots of comments, you guys.
Sounds good.
All right, take good care. Say hi to your husband.
You too.
And hi to the puppy behind you, who is the best puppy in the world. Just lay there like no big deal. Good puppy. Can't hear me because you got the headphones on. All right. Okay. Take care.
Bye.